In a dramatic turn of events, Prime Minister Keir Starmer found himself in the hot seat during an intense interview with political journalist Laura Kensberg. Following the controversial decision to cut the winter fuel allowance for pensioners, public outrage has reached new heights. Across the country, there's been widespread criticism, with many accusing Starmer and his government of betraying the British people, particularly the elderly who rely on this support.
What she found was a £22 billion black hole this year. Now, she had a choice: pretend it isn't there, walk past it, or deal with it.
Now, I just want to deal with it. I just want to stop you there. I just want to stop you there. On that 22 billion, I want everybody watching this to know and understand that nearly half of that 22 billion, £9 billion, comes from decisions that your government has made to give many public sector workers pay rises above inflation, including junior doctors getting 22% of an increase over 2 years. So again, when it comes to winter fuel allowance, that was a choice. It was a political decision for the reasons that you say. You want to sort out the economy. But how can you justify it to viewers who feel like it is an attack on some people who've worked hard all their lives? They're not wealthy. They don't have money to spare. And this year, if it's cold, they're going to be looking at the thermostat and wondering if they can pay their bills.
From the start, it was clear that the Prime Minister was in for a rough ride. The journalist quickly pointed to Labour's claim of a £22 billion financial black hole and questioned the true motives behind slashing vital support for pensioners. For those watching, it was obvious that Starmer was struggling to keep control of the narrative. He continued to point fingers at previous Conservative mismanagement, but this tactic did little to calm the anger brewing among the British public. The interview clearly struck a chord with viewers, exposing the Labour government's inability to provide a convincing explanation for cutting such a crucial benefit in the face of rising living costs. Kensberg's relentless questioning left Starmer unable to offer any real justification, revealing cracks in his leadership. Pensioners across the country were left wondering how they would cope in the coming months, as Starmer failed to address the genuine concerns about the consequences of the fuel allowance cut. In other news, Labour's handling of the economy is also facing intense scrutiny as rumours surface about a potential increase in fuel duty. According to reports from leading think tanks, Chancellor Rachel Reeves is looking at raising fuel duty rates in the upcoming autumn budget, set to be unveiled on October 30th. This could be a devastating blow to diesel and petrol drivers already grappling with high costs. The Labour government inherited a £22 billion funding gap from the previous Conservative administration, forcing them to make tough choices. Starmer has already warned the British public to brace for painful decisions in the upcoming budget. One key issue on the table is the 5p per litre fuel duty cut, which was introduced in 2022 by then-Chancellor Rishi Sunak as a response to the rising fuel prices caused by the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Though the freeze has been extended multiple times, including by former Chancellor Jeremy Hunt, the situation could now change under Labour. If fuel duty is allowed to rise in line with inflation, it could increase by 1.2p per litre in April. For many drivers, this would add further pressure in an already challenging economic environment.
So I wouldn't need the winter fuel allowance payment. But to go from 12 million to less than 2 million pensioners receiving it is just way too low. And I'm shocked by it, because they could raise that money in so many other ways, including, for instance, private equity managers. All of this is kind of in the book, really. So, for instance, a few years ago, in one tax year, 255 private equity managers earned, very much in inverted commas, £2.7 billion between them. And they didn't pay 45% tax, as every employee who's earning a decent amount of money would pay. They have a special arrangement with HMRC at 28%. Now, that could instantly generate another 600-700 million.
So what do you think Keir Starmer should do now? Right, we've seen.
Well,
yes,
he should apologise.
You think he should apologise?
I think I
to
absolutely
the pensioners? Do you feel that the Labour government have effectively, I guess, duped some people there?
I do. Yes, I do. I really do, and I'm shocked because it's such. Even extracting the fact that many pensioners will be suffering because of it. Obviously, those on pension credit will receive it, but there are almost 900,000 who are eligible for pension credit.
The think tank Resolution Foundation has highlighted that by 2030, the loss of fuel duty due to the shift toward electric vehicles could cost the government up to £8 billion annually. This looming financial hole could explain why Labour is considering increasing the duty now to offset future losses. While the government has yet to make an official announcement, the speculation alone has motorists worried. An increase in fuel duty could be seen as another example of Labour's willingness to put everyday Britons under financial strain, while claiming they are simply making necessary fiscal adjustments. The British public's reaction to these developments has been swift and angry. From pensioners losing their winter fuel allowance to potential hikes in fuel duty, many feel that Labour's decisions are disproportionately impacting those who are already struggling. The ongoing criticism of Starmer's leadership has only intensified following his uncomfortable performance in the Quinsberg interview, where many believe he was exposed for failing to address the real issues at hand. Nigel Farage, leader of Reform UK, has also chimed in on the discussion, accusing Labour of trying to mask its failures with flimsy excuses. Farage has called for more transparency and accountability from the government, claiming that the people deserve to know the truth behind these decisions. Keir Starmer's leadership is being called into question now more than ever, especially after his weak performance in the face of Laura Quinsberg's tough questioning. The decision to cut the winter fuel allowance has outraged pensioners, and potential fuel duty increases are causing further unrest. As we approach Labour's first budget, many Britons are left wondering how much more they will be asked to sacrifice. What are your thoughts on Keir Starmer's handling of these issues? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on British politics and the latest news. Thank you for watching, take care, and goodbye.